Good afternoon, beautiful souls. Today is Friday, July 18th, Friday, as in Venus's Day. We're going to get ready to do a love reading for the collective. Not only because it's Love's Day, right? Venus's Day, but we know we've been given the heads up that this Mercury retrograde that we're experiencing in Leo is going to put your relationships, your love relationships, to the forefront and to the test. This is definitely a make it or break it point for relationships. So, however it plays out in your relationship over the next 3 weeks, 6 weeks or so, everything is happening exactly the way that it is supposed to happen. Everything is falling into place exactly the way that it is supposed to fall in place. This is a general love reading, so please, please, please take what resonates. And let me make sure everything is right. Right? Take what resonates and leave the rest. If this is your first time here, hello, hello, hello. My name is Etta, Mystic Healer, intuitive and spiritual life coach. We won't be doing any personal readings on the live, but if you need one, that information is in the you know where. Try not to act out of character. Try not to let anything move you emotionally during the next 6 weeks. Well, not ever, right? We always want to stay in our calm, stay in our collectiveness, right? So we could see things clearly. But this Mercury retrograde that we're experiencing in Leo that started yesterday, but we started feeling the energy 2 weeks ago, is really, really going to put relationships to the test. Things are going to be brought front and center that makes it undeniable about what you should do next. Think about what happened at that Coldplay concert and how lives changed within a blink of an eye, how lives change within an overnight. This is the world we live in as we are growing energetically, right? And things are changing. Things that are hidden, it's going to be hard to hide these things. You won't have to check phones. You won't have to check social media. When it's time to know where you stand with you and your person, Spirit is going to bring it to you front and center and make it undeniable. We are going into a season, well, we're always having these fated events, but these are going to be huge fated events that we're going into. There's going to be huge life changes taking place over the next few days between you and your person and any type of relationship you're in with your co-workers, right? With the people you live with your neighbors. Like, things are going under radical shift. Remember what you've been praying for, those New Year's intentions that you set at the beginning of the year, those things you were thinking about during the winter solstice of 2024. Well, in order to bring those things in, some things gotta go, right? Whoever soulmate that you have in your life and their time has expired, they got to go. It's been made clear to you where you stand in everybody's life, not just the person you're sleeping with or your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, not just them, but everyone in your life. Before we go into the Lionsgate portal, you know, the one that blesses us with abundance and these magical miracles that happen in a moment. That time where our blessings come raining down on us, right? The biggest time of the year to manifest those big dreams into your reality. Before that can happen, you have to lighten your load. We're going to say it for the umpteenth time. You have to release the people, places, and things that do not serve your highest good. That being said, Holy Spirit, when it comes to love, what message do you have for the collective? Thank you. Let's get two more. And then we're going to pull out the romance angels. Last time we were live, we were supposed to pull a affirmation, but I forgot. It happens. Talking about soulmates. Yes, this is your soulmate. We are all soulmates. You and I and each other, we're all soulmates on some type of level. Soulmates are people you're meant to have experiences with, right? Your parents are soulmate, your teachers, your professors, your coworkers, your neighbors. They're all the random person that you bump into down the road, right? That doesn't like you for whatever reason, right? They're all a part of your soul's journey. And each and every one of those soulmates that we have is meant to have a specific time with us, spend a specific timeline, a specific season with us. And this Mercury retrograde is telling people time's up. Who's ever got to go, they will be given the boot in the most ridiculous way. You will be put in a position where you just can't hold on to that person anymore. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know about love? And if you have any questions about what's coming out in the reading, please, please, please feel free to put them down in the chat. And then let's get two more. We'll get one from What's the Vibe? It's funny how soulmate is at the bottom of this deck too, right? This is definitely where relationships are coming into harmony. Relationships are coming into balance, right? Thank you for the person that just booked a reading. I will get back to you after the live with any questions you have, right? Be gentle on yourself. Be gentle on your loved ones. Understand however it shows up in the next 3 to 6 weeks is exactly how it's supposed to happen. So it doesn't make sense losing your cool, arguing, flipping over tables. I mean, it might be fun in the moment, but these changes that are about to hit your front door, you already knew this was coming. You already suspected that this was coming. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know about? Okay. Love. And then we're going to get one for my favorite and then flip these. Speaking about flipping over, right? Flip these cards over. Holy Spirit, what else? That's a code. Okay, that one fell on the floor, so we're not going to take it. Jesus. Okay. Well, that's our spread. If you are new here, definitely say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're from. Please like the live because it lets TikTok know that you're here with the real Etta and not one of these phonies or the people reporting my page and saying that I'm AI. I promise you, I'm a real person. Okay? That being said, let's start over here with exchanging gifts with this 27, which is 9, and 9 is the number of ending cycles. Going back to what was said before we pulled the cards, right? You're getting ready to receive those things that you've prayed for, those things that you've asked for. But first, you got to lighten your load. Before you could get more toys, you got to clear out that toy box, right? Make some donations, throw some in the trash, right? To make room for what is coming in. With this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. They just might not be romantic in the way that you would define the word. But again, going back to what was said before we turn the cards over, you already know where you stand with your person. These next few weeks are only going to serve you confirmation and crossing. It's a privileged lady. You're going to have wish fulfillment on every single level, especially if you're the divine feminine and you've been doing the work. All that's left for you to do now is lighten your load. Release the people, places, and things that do not serve your highest good. Release those friends who've been siphoning your energy. Release the people who won't do for you what you do for them, right? They won't have your back the way that you have their back. That's part of the package of releasing people, places, and things, right? If they're not pouring into you as much as you pour into them, even though you guys are really different, if they're not at least trying, yeah, it's time to let that friendship, relationship, work relationship, whatever, it's time to let it go. Next we have, with this envy card that popped up crossing, let's put this here for now, right? One of the biggest things, now this wants to get crossing, but it wasn't before, with envy and night. Miss Nicole, hey girl. This message is going to be for somebody specific, right? Maybe not necessarily Miss Nicole, but your face just popped up, right, in my mind's eye, and a couple other people that I don't know by name, right? You already know, speaking about confirmation and what these next few weeks are going to do, right? With this envy and nightlife coming out together, your person has gotten so much slack. Take what resonates, leave the rest, right? They've gotten so much slack over this relationship, and their friends and family saying that you've changed them and they're not the person that they used to be, and da 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 da, right? But with or without you in this picture, this divine masculine was going to change eventually. They were going to leave that nightlife playboy lifestyle, and that came out in a reading we have yet to post. I was planning on posting it after the live, right? They were planning on leaving that before you stepped into the picture. This is a thought they were entertaining, and you arriving in the picture was their confirmation that, yeah, it's time to grow up. Yeah, it's time to leave this little life that you were living behind and step up into being a divine masculine, into being a divine feminine, right? A lot of you, those people who are envious of your relationship, of your person, of the one that you know is the one, you guys know you're moving to that next level of commitment, right? Are those bitter exes, and dare I say the bitter baby mamas, who are still singing the same tune of why her and not me? It's been, for some of you, far too long, years of people wondering why you and not them, and they don't understand the concepts of soulmates and each soulmate having a season, and regardless of what you try to do in the physical or the spiritual, because we know all about love magic. We don't condone it, but we know about it, right? Whatever you do to keep a person stuck in their season won't last for long. Because we're always moving forward. We're always evolving. We're always growing. You might delay somebody from getting together. You might delay a relationship from progressing, but that's all it is. You're not stopping nothing, honey. And a lot of people thought because, they knew your person the longest, and they did this and they did that, and they swing from chandeliers and have all these magical tricks and doing backflips, and the Spirit is showing me some things I'd rather not see right now, and I definitely can't say without getting us kicked off, right? They thought all of that was necessary to keep your person, but, of course it's fun in the beginning, and then after a while you get bored. And that's one of the biggest reasons why it's you and not them. You are the talk of the town. This relationship is the talk of the town, with this longing card, and now my ears are like doing this weird thing, right? Somebody didn't want me to get that out, right? Especially the part about what was done in spirit, the bibbity boppity boo, the love magic to prevent your relationship from moving forward. Oh yeah, Big Daddy Michael is coming through. He's severing all of that stuff, right? Some people paid, right? Paid a pretty penny to keep you and your person from getting together, because everybody's got their reasons, but none of them are valid. So it was never going to stick. After this cycle, after this retrograde, after this cosmic happenings of the retrograde, the Lion Gates portal, all the meteor showers we're going to have over the next 8 weeks, clearing all that energy away, right? That firestorm clearing the way for you guys to move forward. You're going to be celebrating, right? You're going to be celebrating this happily ever after, right? This observer card. Coming out in the reverse, and we typically don't read oracle cards in the reverse, but the reverse says that before, especially like around November and March, we were told to just sit back, relax, get off my life, and observe what's going on and take no action. During Leo season, you will be prompted to take inspired action, not action that comes out of ego, not action that comes because you're in your feelings, action because you get that intuitive nod to do X, Y, Z, to put in that application, to make that move, to make that change, and you do it. As I look down at 143 on the clock, and you guys know what 143 means, right? Am I going to date myself and talk about beepers? Raise your hand if you had a beeper back in the day and you would text your boo 143, right? Stay optimistic about your love life and chemistry. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Your positive thinking and faith got you thus far, and it will take you even further. Regardless of how the chips fall over the next few weeks, roll with the punches, go with the flow. Every single thing is happening exactly the way that it's supposed to be, especially with that person you have this crazy magnetic chemistry with, right? All the tricks and, can I say Kama Sutra? Yeah, we could say that, right? Ways are fun, right? They serve a purpose, but they don't satisfy the soul. And a lot of people, they're no longer interested in what satisfies the flesh. They're interested first and foremost what brings them peace and satisfies the soul. And you do judgment. Oh, before we move to judgment, message of concern. Because, Mercury retrograde have folks feeling froggy, ending up in the DMs and the messages, and pay no attention to it. If you don't know where that message is coming from, you don't know who that caller is, don't save yourself the stress. Don't entertain it at all. Please and thank you. Judication, right? Judgment has been called, especially for those karmics. Oh, we haven't spoken about the karmics. The friends, the family, the mothers. The mothers who treat their sons like their boyfriends, right? Because, yeah. The karmics that have prevented the divine masculine from being with the one, right? All of that is being pushed to the side. All of that is being moved out of the way. All of that has been ended. And for those people who did the bippity boppity boo, right? They got the candles and the cow tongue, and they went to this person and that person and went deep into the magic to prevent you and your person from getting together. Oh, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. However, their consequences show up for them, that is on them. If the practitioner they work with didn't explain to them that love magic does not work, because it doesn't. You can entice a person, right? You can tamper with their free will. You're not supposed to. Don't do it. Don't do it. But anything you do that might look like it's working is going to be temporary. And once that spell, once it wears off, there's going to be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing, if you catch my drift, right? Especially now that judgment has been called and sentences. You did the crime, now you got to do the time. Sentences are being issued, right? Justice is being served, right? All those blocks, right? Even though this says building blocks, because we started with this at the bottom of the deck, right? So your soulmate that prevented, and they kind of look, the feminine here and here, they kind of look similar, right? Has ended. Bye-bye, karmics. Bye-bye, delays. Bye-bye, being with someone you think it's the one, but it's not the one. That, we're going to get into that at another point. Moving along. Lastly, we have dun, 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 dun. Finally, right? That peace you've been seeking, that peace you've been praying for, that resolution, finally knowing where you stand with so-and-so and moving accordingly. Pay attention to the red flags I don't know to be excited or angry, right? With the karmics coming out with this, pay attention when we're talking about your peace, right? This is more like a heads up, right? Because nobody, they say all is fair in love and war, and nobody wants to lose, right? Especially if the beloved, right, or the target, right, is somebody they invested a lot of time with, someone they have a kid or two or three with, somebody they thought that they were going to spend the rest of their life with, even though they had no evidence of such. They just got the idea because your person was ba 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 ba. They were like, oh, let me just drag him home and he'll be mine forever. People are having those FAFO moments and realizing that no matter how many tricks you play, no matter how many games you play, right, no matter how you disguise yourself, you can't hide anything anymore. You can't stop what is supposed to be from being anymore. No more delays. And if the karmic keeps pushing it, if these third parties, the haters, the friends that don't want to see their friend grow up keep pushing it, well, they're going to get the pushback, right? All that energy that they're throwing out into the universe to stop what God has written in the scrolls, right, is going to come back to them, right? Michael is going to show up at their door handing out, handing out, I can't say the word that they want to say, but you know what I mean, right? Because we all know Big Daddy Michael does not play. We already got the heads up that justice is coming, and that blocks to being in your right relationship, right? Your true relationship, being with the true one, right, is over, right? Unexpected income and mature women, which wanted to come out in reverse. And it points to my crash outs, right? Having, and my goodness, I get it, right? Because again, some of these karmics have been around doing the most and you're fed up and you want to give them a piece of your mind. You want to tell them about themselves. I know that feeling, right? I wasn't always all calm and peace. And on a side note, people who are really, really calm and peaceful are just as not, right, when put in certain circumstances. Just because people seem peaceful doesn't mean they're not experienced at war, right? All my retired or retiring crash outs, raise your hand, right? There's always going to be that, I should, but then you remember that you're the divine feminine. You're a goddess. You're an empress, and we don't have to get our hands dirty. We don't have to tell anybody about themselves because our spirit team will take care of that. We know to use our words and our energy to manifest the things we want, including, but not limited to, justice. And because, going back to what was said earlier, you stood in your faith, you stood on business, you remembered who you are. Everything you've prayed for, and I'm getting goosies, right, is coming to you. As long as you keep walking the walk that you've been walking, and nobody says you have to be perfect, right? There are going to be days when you're going to want to lay the smack down on somebody, right? But doesn't mean you're going to do it. The thought might cross your mind, but then, another thought comes in, right? You don't have to be perfect. The journey is not about being perfect. The journey is about how many times you can stand in faith regardless of how many times life shows you that you shouldn't. How many times should you stand by your person and hold grace for them and pray for them? Even though life tells you that they don't deserve it, but your soul, your intuition, the Holy Spirit moves you to. How many times you stood neutral and followed your intuition, regardless of if your feelings were caught up or not. Because of that, your rewards are coming. Because you stood in faith, your rewards are coming. Because you've gotten really, really good at releasing people, places, and things that do not serve your highest energy. You're in your grown woman or grown man energy. You're stepping into your title and you're living the life you're supposed to be living unapologetically. I love that for you, because for a long time, Spirit had to keep saying, it's time to stand in your authenticity. It's time to stand in your authenticity. It's time to stand in your authenticity. Now look at you, all standing and stuff. I love that for you. I would love to hear your success stories and the weddings and the elopements, and I love pictures, right? So don't hesitate to share. Don't hesitate when these blessings come in to remember that you prayed for these moments. That is your message, collective. A very fun one at that. Hey, Nas. Oh, we're going to go through the comments, and before I forget again, we're going to pull the affirmation, unless you want me to pull the affirmation now. You let me know. ATM, A Divine, how are you? I mean, Loca, I'm still very, very, very tempted to put up a billboard, right? Make it painstakingly clear. Maybe put up several billboards in town, right? To make it super duper clear. Okay? Honeybee, anytime. Kim Divine, how are you? Midwest Core, well, thank you for your time. I truly appreciate every single one of you as I look at 5.5 and 54, and it's 155, that energy of change coming through. I appreciate each and every one of you for spending this part of your day or your evening with Spirit, the Soul Tribe, and me. Hey, Momo. How are you? I'm going to scroll up through the comments to see who is here. Say my hellos. Momo coming through with the cute gifts. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Loca, in true Scorpio spirit. Hey, Miss Nicole. How are you? The crash outs, I'm going to be 1,000% transparent. The crash outs really be itching, right? Especially driving, right? And all the other drivers and so I'm here with you, right? I'm here. Oh, what is that? What was that? Queen Vegan, how are you? Oh, Tasha Mack. Hello. How are you? This is why the energy went the way that it did. We have some very, very energetically powerful feminines in the room. You are seen, you are felt, you are honored and respected. Marcy. Where's she at? Because the temptation is going to come. I promise you. I think by the end of the summer, when it comes to like the OG Soul Tribe members and people who have been on Divine Love Talk for a while, you guys are going to be like, Etta, you won't believe. And I'll be like, yeah, I actually do. Remember, we talked about it. We talked about this was going to happen, right? And this will be your test that you grew past that. As much as you want to channel your inner Remy Ma, right? You don't, right? You transmute that energy into another way, right? And let your guides handle it. Because at this point, we've learned that when the angels step in, when our ancestors want to handle something, oh, that is just the best thing ever. They always handle it in a way that we would have never thought of. Oh, that is really pretty. That looked like fireworks. Thank you, Nas. Thank you. It reminds me of the fireworks song by Drake and Alicia Keys. Yasmin, how are you? Queen Mo, don't worry about it. As soon as we get off the live, I'm going to try to download it and upload it on my YouTube. So please subscribe to the YouTube so you know when it's uploaded. Those new numbers talk. Long time no. Oh, prepare for the long time no see you. Where you been? Or my personal favorite, hey big head. Right? Those text messages are coming. Right? Because they come with every Mercury retrograde. Marcy with the mothers. Yeah, we don't talk about them too often, but those mothers that treat their sons like their boyfriend, like their husband, there's a special place in HE double hockey sticks for them. Aesop Beauty. Hello, hello, hello. We are still working out the reading schedule for subscribers to the live. So hang in there. It will still happen on Wednesdays. It will still be through the Patreon. We just have to set everything up. Hey, Juicy. How are you? Nashaya, well, thank you for stopping by. Miss K. And Mars is here. Oh my goodness, we had a full, beautiful house. And yes, Marcy, you are a unicorn. You are indeed a beautiful unicorn. Speaking about beautiful, hey, Boogie Woogie Woogie, how are you? All right, as I scroll through the rest of the comments, and before, hey, Figure It Fit, before we wrap up the live, any questions about whatever came out on the live, Mercury retrograde in itself, any general questions? If you would like a personal reading, that information is in the bio. Those of you who have been waiting on a reading, I'm pretty sure everybody's link has been sent out. So check your email and check your spam, because sometimes it ends up there. I don't know why I end up in spam, but sometimes it ends up there. Queen Mo, enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate you. That old guy friend requested me this week. Already. Already, right? Super Galaxy, how are you? How are you? How are you? I can be petty, but if my guys can be pettier, I'ma allow it. Trust me. Your guys? Yes. Yes. Hi, Dominique. How are you? Nicolia. Oh, that's a pretty name. I'm glad you could join us. It is way too hot this summer. Way too humid. I don't know about this business of New York being reclassified as a subtropical climate zone. I feel it, but I don't my brain doesn't allow me to comprehend because we're northeast technically. So I don't know. But then people are growing some pretty outrageous things this summer that we haven't seen in years. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not crazy about it. Haven't had a good hair day in weeks. Hey, J Max. Well, thank you. Thank you. All right. So we're going to pull the affirmation card because I almost forgot again. All right. So we're going to pull it right now for your affirmation for today. And I guess the weekend. We'll see what comes out, right? Because sometimes they come out in 2s and 3s and mores. Holy Spirit, what is the affirmation on this Friday, which is the 18th, which brings us back to 9, which is the ending of cycles, and we know that things must end so other things can begin. What is the affirmation for today? I like how that flew right over the karmics, right? It could have gone anywhere else, but it went to the karmics, right? Let me pull this up so you guys could see, right? So we'll start here with the first affirmation being, if you want to take a screenshot, every penny I spend is returned to me tenfold. Going back to this unexpected income, the Lionsgate portal, the time between July 26th and August 11th, August 12th, is what we consider to be the Lionsgate portal, with the alignments of the planets and the stars creating this super abundant portal, this portal of manifesting just about anything you want, especially when it comes to abundance and prosperity. This is the moment when they say all the stars align. This is a moment with that 8-8. You know, 8-8. Eight is the number of infinity, of karma, of things going on and on and on and on and on, lasting forever and ever. This is a good time to set those intentions around manifesting the things you want to last forever, including the money you spend coming right back to you, blessed and multiplied. Freaking karmics. First one, the universe, regardless of what those karmics are, oh shit. So, Spirit, the Holy Spirit made it clear, Big Daddy Michael made it clear that the karmics who are interfering in your love life are going to be dealt with. No, the karmics, the haters, anybody who's been interfering with any aspect of your life is going to be dealt with. And not just dealt with like, don't do that. They're going to be severely dealt with. Anybody in spirit has told us this before. You see going through a rough time, sorrows, prayers, take a step back and let them enjoy their karma as you enjoy your dharma. Because the universe intends for you to live a life of riches. We're going to have a quote before we wrap up. Spirit is just saying too much at one time. Doors for success open for me before I even ask. Your name is said in rooms that you have yet to enter. The thing about being a hater, being a karmic, that serves a purpose. Because at the end of the day, everything they did to try to stop you from being who you're supposed to be actually made you stronger, right? Yeah, it's corny, but I can't say that word, makes you stronger, right? But now everything that was held up, everything that was delayed is going to come at you. And it feels like it's going to come at you all at once. This is another reason. Where is it? Spirit specifically said to clean out your toy box, right? To make room for the new toys that are coming in. Donate what you have to donate, right? And throw away the rest. Every day, my luck and blessings multiply. One thing, let me see if I can find it on my other phone, because I took a screenshot of it yesterday or the day before, I forget. The person, and I'm going to find you when I feel good and ready, right? Because I understand the reason why you did what you did, and I love it, right? I get what you're doing. But the other side of me is like, I just want to know your name so I can say thank you personally. You guys know that a couple of weeks ago, someone gifted me a nail polish set from Chanel, right? It's actually the set that I'm wearing now. And I was like, okay, this is great, right? Because we're always talking about luxury and manifesting and gifts. It falls straight in line with the messages that come out. But then yesterday, see if I could pull this up. This is going to be tiny. I'm going to post this in my stories. But yesterday, one of the advertisements for a Chanel perfume came up, and I realized there was like a whole biography about who Gabrielle Chanel was. One of the things that this article did was quote her as saying, "Luck is my soul." All her life, Gabrielle Chanel cultivated chance, believing that anything was possible. She transformed her dreams into reality. For Chanel, luck is a state of mind, a way of being, a declaration of faith that drives you to take control of your destiny, a way to bet everything on yourself, to choose yourself and always give yourself another chance to play the game. that is definitely going up in the stories. Because reading it is one thing, but saying it out loud. So I see what you did there, the person with the gift. I see what you did there. You made me do my homework, and I love that for me and the collective. This moment that we're going in, right, with Mercury retrograde and Neptune retrograde and Saturn retrograde, we didn't talk about that, right? The great taskmaster, the great corrector, right? The planet of karma, right, doing its thing. This is the moment to bet on you, to bet the whole house on you, your dreams, your wishes, what will make you happy, what will make you feel that peace. We've been hearing over and over and over and over and over again over the past few weeks that the whole universe is conspiring. The cosmic happening, our angelic team, our guides, our ancestors, each other. There's so many of you on the live that met each other on the live and have continued rooting for one another, helping one another, holding one another in times where, one or the other felt weak. We're all working towards having that wish fulfillment on every single level. This is why you've been told to keep going. Don't worry about the karmics and their nonsense. A lot of them do deserve everything that you've been thinking of and then some, but Big Daddy Michael's got it. Your ancestors have got it. You just keep betting on you. You just keep doing what you need to do for you and yours and manifesting your dreams into your reality. Take that chance on you. If you've been hesitant or straddling the fence, leave that shit behind. It's time to go all in or go home. It's time to put all your faith in it. No more lukewarm faith. Or go home and don't be surprised when you see this one and that one and that one and this one living there happily ever after. You have forfeited your right to say, why not me? Faith, fortune favors the bold, but it also favors the prepared. That favors the ones who have rolled up their sleeves, dried their tears, and done the work. And when you think about Gabrielle Chanel, in her time era, right? I don't think she was married, right? Making a business for herself, right? Outdoing the men. And, that was a big no-no back in the day, right? Refusing to stand by the status quo, making her own lane and standing on it unapologetically. She's not anybody special. She just decided that this is the life that she wanted to live, and she lived it. This is your opportunity to decide the life that you want to live, what you want to do for you, not what society says, your friends, your family, the neighbors, the dog, the news, right? The couple at the Coldplay concert, right? No, even though that's fun. What do you want to do for you? Do it. Worst possible scenario is that you fail and you live to tell the tale and get better. The opposite side of that is not only that you win big and you have this peace, Miss Tasha, that surpasses all understanding. Oh yeah, this is definitely going up on the YouTube ASAP. I'm going to take a last glance through the comments. Hey, Jackie O. And then we're going to go about our day, right? This is going to go over on YouTube as soon as I can. So check for it later on this afternoon or this evening. Hey, Tiana. Hey, Auntie. I already have my piece. Mimi? I love that for you. Hi, 55 on my work computer. Yes. My baby or the man. Either one. Either one. And nice meeting you, Mimi. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? There goes. Hi, Georgia girl. Orion's pulse. Hello, hello, hello. I did pray and cast out his energy. I love that. Hey, New Heart. Happy early B-Day. Isolde. And you're an 8. I love that. Keep praying him out, Juicy. Every time he comes, say, I don't want you here, and pray him out. Pray him out. Tell him to go. Tell him to go. All right, my loves. That is the message, right? Or messages, because that was something. That was definitely something. I trust that each and every one of you will have an amazing remainder of your day. As you go throughout your day, you go throughout your weekend, something sparks something in your mind, right? It brings you back to what came out on this live and you have a question. Don't hesitate to DM me or email me or text me if you're part of that crew, right? If you're an OG or you have my number, just don't hesitate, right? If you need a reading or you need a session, all of that information is in my bio. This weekend, just relax. Take it easy, love on you, and prepare for the storm that's coming. Brace yourself for the storm that's coming and get into your head now that what may, you're not going to overreact. Okay? Until we meet again, be kind to yourself, be kind to one another, and always stay blessed.